Yes, and motherfucking D, cousins. It's your boy AJ Red. I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. Listen, I know I've been on my hiatus and my vacation and all that other shit, but listen, I'm back again with the reports on the situation. And tonight's situation is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 4. Y'all ready to talk about this shit? We ain't gonna be long, y'all. Come on. It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Look, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Y'all ready to get into this next topic? Let's go. What's going on, cousins? It's your boy, AJ Red. Like I said, I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. Listen, I know y'all been missing me. I've actually been on a little road trip, a little hiatus real quick to get just some time to myself. Just do some shit and then visit my mother and some family and stuff like that. So, as promised, when I posted, I had to let y'all know a bitch wasn't going no motherfucking way, because y'all seem like y'all started to get worried. Y'all started sending emails again and messages asking me where the fuck I'm at, talking about y'all sitting around binge watching old shit or past videos waiting on me to get back. So now y'all talking about y'all sitting around with y'all corn pads on and shit and your wigs sitting crooked and your wine at hand or your blunt already pre-rolled, waiting for this video. So listen, I'm here to tell you, here it is. So get your shit together and join the crew. And yeah, I just took a little road trip and had to go down south, the other way south, and visit family because I didn't see my mom for Mother's Day. So I made the trip to go for, I took some time off. My nephew, as I told you guys, was graduating. So I went down there, although I still ended up missing the fucking graduation because as ghetto as sometimes they do, they moved the fucking graduation up a day ahead, so I had to watch it online. But nevertheless, I am very proud of him. So Justin Lang, shout out to you, nephew, for graduating. Big ups. Big things ahead. Go ahead and take some of them scholarships you've been offered. And then, like I said, seeing my mom, catching up with family, doing that kind of deal, and just hanging out, relaxing, getting some, just freeing my mind a little bit, you know, kind of let my hair down. Not too much, because I ain't do too much fucking around with drinking and shit, but I did get a little fucked up, don't get me wrong. But I had a good time. It brought back old memories, a lot of good ones, you know how they do back home. But then, of course, you know, you got family back home, or wherever the fuck you from, or family period, that's just on some fuck shit. So trust me, I got some of those. And I don't give a fuck which ones watching that feel like they fall in that category, cuz now if you feel like that's you, you already know what it is. You put yourself over there. I didn't. You already knew what it was. But overall, a good time. Didn't get a whole lot of sleep though, because I stayed at my little sister's house and people was just dropping by and ringing the fucking doorbell like at 8 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the morning. One of them being our mom. And it's like back home, they do shit like Marlo did on this episode, playing nigga knock. Only they don't run on no shit like that, which Marlo didn't either. You know, they stick around. My mom came the first morning. If she didn't ring that motherfucking doorbell 75 motherfucking times, she ain't ring it once. And the fucked up part about it is, it's like I snuck into town as I usually do that day before. And she found out some kind of way it seemed like everybody's motherfucking ESP just starts going off when the bitch get into town, even though you're trying to sneak in under the radar, not trying to avoid anybody, just, you know, family wants to see you, so you gotta map that shit out. And the way my family is, they get offended if I don't come to their house. I'm like, well, I'm only one motherfucker. I'm only here for a short period of time. Get up off of that thing and come over here where I be at and see me. I sit here all day just to see you. But I ain't finna do all that motherfucking driving. Gas too high. And tires too motherfucking expensive. But I love you though, cousin. But yeah, you know, my mama rang that motherfucking doorbell. I got up ready to go to the door thinking there was somebody selling something. And I turned my sister's alarm off and I yanked the fucking door. I was about to say, motherfucker. And I looked up and it was my mom's and I was like, good morning, mama. You know, hey, I found out you was hearing things and I wanted to come on. I'm like, well, shit, it's like 7:35 in the morning. You know, I was coming over there and shit, but you could have came over around about 9, maybe 10 when the bitch got up and at least brushed their teeth. Now I gotta kiss you with morning breath. And you don't know what the fuck I did last night. My business, not yours or hers. But bottom line is, the shit was funny because then she comes in at some point. I'm just giving y'all a whole motherfucking story because I'm making up for all the time I was gone. One motherfucking week. So, but y'all gonna get the story on the Real Housewives of Atlanta because that shit gonna be brief because it was very cut and dry. Dry. But she goes on, you know how elder people do, how you doing, all that stuff. I'm like, well, shit, I've been working out and so my fucking knees fucking with me. And I'm not no old dude, so but my knees been screaming like a motherfucker. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on and how to quiet them bitches down and give them a pacifier, a bottle or something. So, I tell her, I've been working out my knees, they bother me a little bit and maybe my ankles or whatever. And she goes, maybe it's arthritis. What the fuck are you talking about? No, don't go pre-diagnosing me with no shit. Her and my grandmother always good for that. A bitch cough, oh, you might have whooping cough. No. A bitch that swallowed their spit, it went down the wrong pipe. The fuck you mean I got whooping coughs? Oh, I got a little dizzy and my pee is a little yellow. Oh, child, you got the sugars. Fuck, listen. If you was gonna give all these motherfucking diagnoses out, y'all at least could have went to school to be a doctor, but they'll scare the fuck out you if you don't know any better. So she go, maybe you got arthritis. I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't do arthur, Never invited him to a party. Never dated one, Don't really fuck around with authors too much. They're cool people, but they're just not my vibe. But I was like, no, I don't think I got arthritis. And she was like, well, maybe your tendons or something. And she just putting shit out there on the line, just coming up with asinine shit. So then she proceeds to tell me, well, maybe you need to go down to Borderlands, which is over there in a pharmacy over there in Baton Rouge, in Big Raggedy, because that's where I was at, Big Raggedy, Louisiana, because the motherfucking rose about near tore all my fucking tires up, but we gonna get to that shit in a minute. Mama wants to write me a scripture for some grease or ointment that's called 2 Old Goats. Now listen, I'm here for a lot of shit, but I just say I might have arthritis, and I'm only a man of a particular age in the lower bracket. You got no motherfucking arthritis, and now you gonna prescribe me some shit like 2 Old Goats? Who the fuck makes that? Is it Farmer and the Dale? I'm just asking for a friend, because really I'm asking for myself. Fuck it, I'll just be blunt. I'm asking for me. Who the fuck makes 2 Old Goats? If you ever heard of that shit, drop down in the comments and let me know if you done rubbed that on your knees or your elbows or some shit like that, or your bite, and the shit turned out fine. 2 Old Goats, I said, I'm good. I don't think I'm gonna fuck with that. I think I fuck with some Voltaren gel, sleep, my vitamins, keep me healthy, eating shit up. I'll fuck with it on that route. But what about low blood? Stop that. You know what? Fuck that. Matter of fact, let me go on here and see if my doctor woke so I can call and make an appointment, because you fucking with my mentality now. You got me thinking I'm in the fucking nursing field. You got me thinking about my own shit. The next morning, my brother comes over. This motherfucker comes over at 8 o'clock in the morning. And he rang the doorbell like he was the motherfucking constable of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, coming to evict the bitch. I mean, ding dong, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I was so mad. And I knew it was somebody that was very immature, because first of all, it couldn't have been my mother again, because shit, she probably went with the fucking arthritis and her fucking finger wasn't ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling like that. His batter could do that. But he was getting that motherfucker in, and it pissed me off. So I got up, I went to the door. Man, what y'all doing? Y'all in here sleeping and shit? It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Motherfucker, I didn't come here to entertain you this early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I came here to relax, sleep in, along with my sister, whom was off. We both had planned to sleep the fuck in at her house while her kids were gone to their fathers. You know what I'm saying? We just in that bitch getting good air, good rest, and maybe other things. None of y'all fucking business. That's ours. I already told y'all. Stop asking. But it pissed me the fuck off. Then he comes over there, and after he comes through the house and makes a fucking raid and checks every motherfucking room like he's the FBI looking for a fucking runaway felon from prison, he go and tell her she need to get up and go to church with her friend. You need to mind your fucking business. That's one. And secondly, who the fuck gave you the right to come in here and check around, Inspector? Then this motherfucker proceeds to go back outside and decides when there's a parking space available closer to the water hose that he said was too fucking small and too short, he backs his shit up and proceeds to go in the house, get a towel, get the dishwashing liquid, and come out there and wash his shit under the carport. Now, I'm thinking to myself, I'm outside. I'm the fuck up now, you know. I got motherfucking morning breath. I'm standing out here looking at the sunrise and shit. Because he done come woke everybody the fuck up. So now I'm out here in the motherfucking toga stands trying to see what the fuck the sun's giving for Baton Rouge on that particular morning. Which was Sunday morning. This motherfucker, I'm thinking he went in the house after he's talking to my sister. I'm thinking maybe he's gotten approval on what. See, that's the kind of shit niggas in Big Raggedy would do. They'll pull up to your motherfucking house and think it's okay to just use your hose pipe and your dishwashing liquid. Bitch, please. If you didn't go down into the car wash, somebody broke into the car wash machine. That ain't my problem. Find the nearest next motherfucker because water is too motherfucking high to be stopping by here just using my water to wash your motherfucking car after you didn't even ice me. Shit. I told my sister, you're a better woman than I am, man, because I went out there with a motherfucking wrench. Because listen, every nigga in Baton Rouge got one of them motherfucking wrenches to go out there and turn that water off and on. Because once Baton Rouge City will turn your shit off, you go right back out there again and turn that motherfucker the fuck on at night. When they get through making their rounds and checking the meters, you go right back down there and turn your shit the fuck on. So my whole thing is, I'd have had one of them wrenches, and while he was out there spraying that motherfucker, getting it all pre-wet and whatnot and so forth, I'd have cranked that bitch around while he was sitting there watching me. What you doing? I'm shutting this bitch the fuck off. Because clearly, you don't know the violation codes around this bitch. You didn't put nothing in on water bill. You didn't put nothing in on the rent in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You didn't pay for that you ain't paying electricity for that dope-ass mini rings that you done used, bitch. You done used $75 worth of dough rings. Stay the fuck up off my doorbell. I love my family, that's true, but they know I speak it the fuck the way it is. Loving the pieces. And tell them all the time. But you done lost your mammy motherfucking cotton picking mind. You done gonna pull your shit up after you done rang my doorbell, woke me the fuck up, ran up my light bill, now you gonna run up my water bill and fuck with my dishwashing liquid. You done fucked up the church's money. It's time for you to it's like the church, it's time for the motherfucking dismissal. May the Lord watch between me and thee. Why turn this water off and you get the fuck off my property? You done lost your fucking mind. That goes out to my brother. He know who the fuck he is, Cedric. Anyway, all in all, that being said, I had a great time out there with my family. Although there was more family members with fuckery that I plan on later on, probably texting their phone later on and letting them know how I feel about that. But I'm not going to put that out there online. But still love them, nevertheless. But had a great time. I'm so glad to be back with y'all. But anyway, I did all that motherfucking shit and didn't sit up there and say, y'all real quick, make sure this is your first video. Subscribe to the motherfucking channel. If this is not your first video, like this motherfucker and share with somebody else, and please don't share with children. Because if somebody else walk into the room and their little nephew watching this shit, it's not on me. It's on y'all. I'm just saying. I pray about my shit. I don't know about y'all. But anyway, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 4. So we come in with Marla with the bullshit, making nonsense out of everything about the fact that she cannot buy a weapon because she has a checkered past with the law. Because she decided to, whatever the situation was, I think she cut a bitch or some shit like that, and she said like 3 years later the woman died. The bottom line is, Marla, we don't give a fuck. If you can't buy a gun, now I do understand you need to defend your home because you and the boys did have a break-in. I don't know how real all that was, but at the end of the day, y'all had a break-in while y'all was still in the house. And my whole question about that was, where the fuck do you live at, bitch? I thought you one of the fashion moguls of the world, honey. You one of the fashion moguls of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So where the fuck you living that motherfuckers got access to your shit to just come up there and walk up to the door ring, bitch, and kick that motherfucking in and nearly hold you and your nephews hostage for whatever the fuck they wanted out your house. I don't know where the fuck you living in, but you need to move if you ain't already. Because that house you're supposed to be building, bitch, we ain't heard no more about it because I think last and to ask you about it, you ain't had no fucking rebuttal for it. So I want to know how long it's going to take to build this house because it should not take to 2024, bitch. You ain't building no fucking Beyonce near mansion. You ain't got that kind of Skrilla. You got a coin. I'm sure of that, but you ain't got that kind of Skrilla. It ain't going to take that long. And the plan, the layout of the house was stupid from the fucking get-go. But the bottom line is, when you do things or you face criminal shit in this fucked up society, bitch, you got to pay. You got to pay, period. And that was your punishment, whether it's probation, whatever the fuck it is, that's the bottom line. Your probation is you can't have a weapon. So maybe you ought to go down there and get you a fucking armed Pinkerton guard, bitch. Or get you somebody to stand at your front door and the back door. Or get you a like ADT. Better yet, call Dean Winters over there with Allstate and them and get their shit with the insurance and whatnot so they can watch your stuff. But anybody trying to hear all that, because I don't understand why they just don't take your peach anyway and give you a fucking lemon and send you the fuck on your motherfucking way, because your storyline makes no fucking sense. The only thing you have going on for yourself is these boys. And if you put them out again, bitch, you probably ain't gonna have no storyline and you probably won't be a part of the show. Maybe not even a friend. You're probably gonna have your ass replaced by Kim Zolciak, because I hear she around there in the streets over there begging Bravo to give her a piece of the pie over there, you know, to get her back in the thing. And, you know, make her a little chick. Even still tacking on to Marlo's ignorant ass. Marlo and Courtney still sitting their ugly ass around. And I'm saying ugly because I'm saying they motherfucking ways. They still sitting their ugly ass around, going over this bullshit, talking about Candy not reacting to her nephew that was killed 2 motherfucking years ago. And that's what I'm saying about your storyline. It don't even make sense. It seems like now you're just making up shit. Now I understand why the fuck y'all ratings are going down. Oh yeah, I read the motherfucking blogs, bitch. They say y'all ratings are going down for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm telling you, Andy, if you want to keep that part of the branch, you better rebrand this shit. Get rid of Marlo. Get rid of Sheree motherfucking ass for sure, because she still ain't learned no fucking sense. I don't understand how either one of them got a peach. Honestly, Kenya, other than Kenya Moore hair care, she ain't got shit going on either. She ain't even introduced this little white boy that she keep talking about. And she still don't have this divorce finalized and all this different shit. So that's still part of her storyline. She can't even use Brooklyn anymore at this point in the matter, other than in legal matters such as she does later on in the show. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But honestly, shit, get rid of Kenya ass too, because she ain't got nothing but bone carry to bring to the table. And we can let Drew and Sonya handle that. At least they got a couple of seasons in. We still gotta give them some grace periods to see what else they can bring to the table. And it seems like here soon, Drew, you know, an option for divorce. We don't know. And right now, Sonya's borderline, or Sanya, whatever the fuck, she borderline, because all her storyline is old Olympic shit and putting the peoples out the fucking house. If we want to see people getting the fuck out and watch that on television, we can go over there and see Kim Zolciak and Carl Bierman get the fuck put out over there, because they both still got shit going on. They over there filing fucking what you call it, restraining orders and shit about stupid shit like that behind a motherfucker won't let a bitch take a shower. See what I say? Sometimes white folk is very motherfucking petty. And especially the white folk with good money. But we ain't gonna get into that too much. But anyway, Sonya ain't got too much going on herself, so she teeter-totter and Mia saying fire her motherfucking ass too. But as for Sheree and Marlo, get rid of them. Take their motherfucking peach. Get them both a lemon and a lime and send the fuck on their way down there despite to make commercials or some shit like that. Kenya, if she don't get her shit together, we need to put her motherfucking ass and bench her too. Candy, keep Candy, because Candy is a good part of the show, but Candy need to get a little more going other than these businesses and her and Todd arguing all the time about she don't spend enough time at home. We sick of that shit. Fix that shit and get on to something else. Let us see what the fuck else is going on with Escape and SWV or your music or y'all movies or something. Give us something else to wow us, because right now the viewers are not motherfucking wild, and that's why y'all ratings are going through the motherfucking drain. Down the drain, in the toilet. So y'all need to do better to get that together. But I still don't understand why Marlo and Courtney, old Bartholomew face ass, still sitting around talking about the fact. And like I told y'all, Marlo, old big face ass, finally admitted it. She was like, when her nephew got killed again 2 years ago and all this shit, he wasn't even employed by Candy. He wasn't on Candy's property. His motherfucking roommate blew him the fuck away. That's who's responsible. So if you're mad with somebody, be mad with the motherfucking roommate if he hadn't been prosecuted and sentenced to his time yet. She was sitting there saying basically she was still mad with Candy for the simple fact that Candy did not come out and give public recognition as him being a former employee of hers. And I guess as allegedly friend to her, to Marlo. But you ain't Candy's friend, but you talk about Candy every chance you get. You talk about how her pussy wore out, how she done gave it to everybody. So why the fuck should she be worried about that kind of shit? This woman got multiple businesses to run. She got a family begging for her to be at home and all this other shit, including her husband. She got a mama talking about her husband ain't shit, although they done been married 9 years. Mama Joyce still sitting away with that same motherfucking bob cut, talking that same motherfucking Kojic ass hair wearing bullshit. So anybody got time for hearing all that old shit you talking about? Can't even acknowledge him. She ain't publicly acknowledge him. She ain't send no flowers. She ain't pay for this or she ain't pay for that. Bitch, he wasn't employed by her, bitch. It didn't make no difference. It didn't make no sense. He didn't even have employee insurance with her at the moment he died, bitch. So why you sitting there trying to make your storyline about your nephews? Now you got two nephews you riding off their motherfucking back with the shit they got going on with their crackhead, crazy ass mama, allegedly, from what y'all say. And then your crazy unbalanced ass, and then your crazy unbalanced ass mama who we seen last motherfucking season who couldn't keep her motherfucking shit together long enough to have a conversation with you in real time TV. So you ride up the backs of these boys now to hold this motherfucking piece from last season through this one. And then you're going to tack on and add to that another nephew who dead and gone. Been dead and buried. Bitch, I got nephews that's dead. I can sit around here and think about them all day long. But why am I blaming somebody else, including the people that I think maybe are held responsible for their death? But I'm not yelling at nobody about no bullshit like that. I'm dealing with that on my own side, especially when it had nothing to do with Candy other than the relation of he worked for her at some point. And at that point, he wasn't working for her. And quite frankly, if you ask me, you probably wasn't even fucking talking to your nephew. Because you better talk to the rest of them. You better have a relationship with your mom. You need to take your crazy ass and go get you some motherfucking therapy and work your shit the fuck out with them boys. And Courtney needs to mind her damn motherfucking business. Because she in some shit that don't make no sense. Because Kenya over there dogging her about her man that she done had a baby for and shit. Talk about the man looked good back in the day when he was, hot and young and all that shit. Motherfucker, he aged and he ain't had no fillers. And the motherfucker wasn't on no Ozempic to lose weight or no other shit. So the motherfucker got plump. He got older, period. He didn't have no plastic surgery. So now she's saying, Kenya says he was the most beautiful man back then, but now, I haven't seen him in 30 years. I did a scene with him in Twa. And back then, he was piping hot. Bitch, sometimes people got to cool the fuck off. At some point, your ass gonna cool the fuck off. And when you cool the fuck off, guess what? All them titties you done stacked up there up under your chin, bitch, they gonna be hanging down to your mother's, bitch, down into your belt buckle. And you gonna need to go buy one of them bras to hoist them bitches back up, or go get you another surgery to pin them bitches back up to your motherfucking shoulder blades, bitch. Stop playing with people. Age happens to everybody. And age happened to him. And he still ain't no bad looking man. Yeah, he done got chubbier than a motherfucker. But the bottom line, I'm pretty sure if he put in the work and got in the gym and all that shit, he still got the look. And I'm pretty sure he still can get your attention. You probably said that shit because your motherfucking ass was jealous anyway. You still want a piece of that motherfucking American pie. Go and sit your ass somewhere down with that white man. Sheree down to the gynecologist, talking about she checking her fibroids in her cooter. Listen, when they aired the episode, I was trying to tell y'all, if the doctor's gonna have about, have you been trying? Bitch, trying what? Kegel exercises? Because that's about the only thing she could probably accomplish with that pussy at this age, bitch, because there's no way in the world that woman had a baby up in that puss. If she had a baby in that bitch, she must have went down there to New Orleans doing Mardi Gras and found the baby in the king cake and inserted it in herself in a moment of passion. That's the only way that could have happened. And when she does pop that bitch out and give birth, it's going to be a stillborn. I'm just saying it. No offense to anybody, I'm just saying it. There ain't no motherfucking way. If Sheree can get pregnant, I'm pregnant too. How about it? I got a couple of little crumb snatchers on the way. What the fuck you talking about? Sit your old dust egg. Sit the fuck down just because you over there fucking on Hercules. That alien head helmet wearing motherfucker. Just because you over there fucking up on him, that does not mean he got enough juice in his spruce to knock your motherfucking ass up. He might be waking up that old thing from the dust bunny age. And he probably waking that bitch up from the Halloween sleep age. And he probably rejuvenating that old pussycat. But you don't confuse that bitch with getting pregnant, because I'll guarantee you ain't nothing knocked up in there but probably my old ovaries you done probably got taken out or probably somewhere up in that sleeping bitch in a bunk bed. It's over. Cut that shit out. But I'm so glad to find out the doctor was bullshitting and carrying on and laughing and making jokes and whatnot. So I guess all that read and shade I just gave Sheree might have not been, warranted. But hell, it's there now. So fuck it. Moving on with life. That's the past now. As of 15 seconds ago. But yeah, I guess she got some situation. She needed to have some kind of surgery, maybe a little procedure or something like that to go in there and get the fibroids laser beamed or burned off or some shit like that. Because the options would be out for 6 weeks or it'd be down for 3-6 weeks or some shit like that with a little invasive surgery, less invasive surgery, or do something a little bit more extreme, which is the hysterectomy, which is going to keep her down for a little bit longer, and she won't be able to do no jugging, which in my grandma lingo is fucking. And we all know that's the only thing she like to do with Martell Holt is fuck on him, So she didn't want that option. She made it very clear she wasn't gonna fuck on no hysterectomy. Go ahead and do what you got to do for the little simple thing. I may be able to hold this puss intact for 3 weeks and not let nobody knock the doors down or let little Hercules knock the doors down, but that's cool. I'm good with that. So she chose that option. Now I said I'm gonna be long before y'all, I'm just gonna read a little more line, look 3 more scriptures, and I'm gonna be out of here. Now, the Big Bang, the Birmingham trip. If any of y'all watch, I know some of y'all say y'all never watched the show, y'all don't have no dealings with the bitch, but y'all say y'all listen to it because of me, and I guess the comments and all this other shit I got going on, right? So there was a Birmingham trip to go down here and watch Kenya do the Kenya Moore hair care, some old fucked up, choreography she had going on, some corny ass shit, right? So the girls took a bus down to Birmingham. Everybody but Candy. Candy had another obligation, and she went for that. So my whole thing was the first conversation, and the main topic was these bitches was talking about booty eating the whole time. Now, I don't know. I can't remember. I think I looked away and went to the kitchen or something. I don't know how the fuck they got on the conversation of eating booty, but they was talking about eating booty, and they was asking the other one, Of course, Marlo said she eating nobody booty. Kenya, her face is too cute for that kind of stuff there and all that and whatnot. That's probably how y'all need to keep y'all man, bitch. Maybe y'all need to go ahead and put a mask over your nose or have that nigga that lay around and clean that booty good, bitch, and eat it. I don't know. I'm just putting out suggestions. I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just saying consider it. I'm just saying. Because hell, 9 times out of 10 in Atlanta, he getting his booty ate by some nigga anyway. I'm just fucking around. But the bottom line is, I don't know shit. Maybe y'all women should be a little more exploratory in that section when it comes to you and your man. But again, I don't know where the fuck the conversation came from with Snuffleupagens and booty eating and all this other shit, but he was talking about it and it had me just cracking up. But all the girls basically say they're not fucking around like that. Which brings me to another chapter. NLE, Chapel had a little discussion with somebody off topic, y'all. And he was talking about the song he had made, this Gucci and all that stuff and his ass and all that stuff. But he was sitting there saying the woman can't bend him over or put his legs up. So how the fuck she supposed to eat your ass if she can't put your legs up or bend you over? And then he was saying some shit related to understand that she can eat but she can't enter. You lying like a motherfucker. I'm just going to put that right there. And y'all do with it what y'all please. Just drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. That nigga lying. Now, I don't know what the extent is. He might be getting that thing entered, but listen, get the fuck out of here. But anyway, I don't know how the fuck they got on booty eating, and I'm not really going to expound on it, but the shit was funny to me. Marlo, at some point, I think they had a lunch or something like that. She was just sitting there still playing victim to the whole situation, talking about her nephew and how Candy was so not so empathetic and sympathetic about the situation. Again, to that I just say, and cut short and dry, bitch, please. Cut the drama. I ain't even seen a tear, bitch. Because like I said, you probably weren't even in contact with that young man. So take that shit somewhere else. Andy, you need to cut it. Andy, you need to cut it. You need to cut her. And I didn't understand what the fuck was going on with Marlo's throat. Marlo kept all that, and then Kim was talking about she thinks she got something going on with her. I'm like, y'all some ignorant ass bitches. Y'all some ignorant ass women. Y'all do some silly ass, childish ass motherfucking shit. And when I say that, they take blows at each other that are so not necessary, right? Or they do shit that is so unnecessary just to get out of certain things, or just to, they try to set the stage for an excuse later on that'll lead into an excuse for them later on to not either do something, talk about something, or participate in something. And I felt like with this, because it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a part 2 and all this shit to them down there in Birmingham, Alabama. I feel like this is leading to something else, because we already got to the damn nitty about to call the police and shit like that, and talk to you about that shit in a minute. But they're so fucking childish and so immature at the ages they are. They give out young black girls that will even have an opportunity, unfortunately, to watch this shit, to not even have anything to look forward to in the future. They give them the whole idea of it's all about glam and glitz, and it's not about sticking together. It's not about making the come up together. It's not about black girl magic, as I always speak about on this channel. I'm so sick of hearing black women talk about black girl magic, and it be the same motherfucking black girls turning around and stabbing another black bitch in the back repeatedly. So, over it. Moving on quickly. Kenya got the girls all dressed up. I'm trying to think of who it was that came down with something that would have really fit into the motherfucking situation later on, you know, when they got down to the thing. Kenya stopped her in the lobby. I'm trying to think of who it was. If y'all watching, y'all remember, drop down in the comments and remind me, because I really forgot. But she stopped, and I want to say it was Monyetta, but I don't remember Monyetta being there, so I don't fucking remember who the fuck it was. But anyway, she stopped the girl in the lobby when they was getting ready to go get on the bus, and told her basically, bitch, that's not gonna work. This is a swanky, fancy event that you need a gown and all this different shit. She made everybody get all gussied the fuck up, wearing gowns and all this extra shit. When it all turns out, when they got down to this motherfucker, it looked ratchet. It looked like any old club you would walk into on a regular basis, and, you know, buy a few drinks, you know, maybe buy a reserve a section or something like that for you and the girls or whatever have you, you and the guys, to show up at, to have some space for y'all to talk y'all shit, have y'all time, order y'all bottle, split y'all tab and all that shit there, and do y'all thing, and, you know, shoot the breeze and shit. But this situation was just like walking into any old bar that said, I visited town and I decided to come on up in this bitch, and we want a section. It's 6 of us. We need a table for 6, and put us on the patio. That's what it seemed like. What the fuck happened when they walked in? You know, in my mind, because when they walked in, everybody was dressed in shorts. Motherfucker had on a straw hat, like he had just finished picking cotton or delivering watermelon or some shit like that. And the people was walking around having a good time. And people were not dressed up in ball gowns and suits and all this shit as Kenya made it out to be. You see what I'm talking about? You always been hanging with these bitches that want to twirl and shit. Hanging with them old girls gonna be a ball. And I done been bamboozled into shit like that. I done showed up in some of my shelfish shit. And everybody in this bitch dressed in jeans. And I'm trying to figure out, so why the fuck I look like I just left a Fortune 500 motherfucking business meeting, and everybody else look like they just finished left from picking motherfucking cotton or going over there from the babysitting job or somewhere working at Popeyes? What the fuck you mean? So I've been bamboozled like that before, and the girls were, you know, they were taken aback when they were sitting there saying, what the fuck, we done put on all this geesh, bitch, and everybody else, we done put on all this drag, and everybody else is dressed down from the 9s to the 2s, bitch. We need to figure out what the fuck's going on. Nevertheless, the girls move on out there to the table and sit out there for a minute, and pretty soon after the producers come, when the mess gets started with Marlo still ass trying to get the bullshit crunked about her nephew again, her dead nephew again, she getting the shit crunked one more time, and before she can reach her motherfucking steaming pot level, right, producer comes over and say, basically, the people at the situation, at the venue, and the guests want all they motherfucking ass out, just like Kim Zolciak and Croy Berryman, and unfortunately, those beautiful children. Some of them are overweight, but those beautiful children. But the bottom line is they had to get the fuck out. They didn't want them there no more. And Kenya, in hindsight, looking at it, the look on her face gleamed. The bitch was so embarrassed to have to tell the ladies that we got to get out of here. Because they said the cameras and shit made everybody feel awkward, and all the big ass lights and shit. So I said, like somebody else say, nobody ever called ahead and told the people, hey, look, this is a cast, bitch. This is a show. This is a reality show. We're going to have cameras and big ass lights and shit like that. So tell the people to look out and beware or whatever. Nobody called here and say that, not even the producers. Who the fuck y'all playing with? So that part, again, that feels to me a little planned. I don't know. It feels a little planned-ish, which makes me, again, say we tired of this. The ratings are down. I'm getting tired of reporting on it. I'm waiting for Married to Medicine to come along, and I'm doing other celebrity news. Of course, y'all know now. I think I'm going to do a live show on Saturday. If I decide to do so by the time I get off and eat my motherfucking meal for the night, I'll be to put a post up on my community board to let y'all know. But anyway, just to go over some things that I've missed while I was away on my hiatus, right? But they kicked their ass the fuck out. And so, for some reason or another, after Kanye, after Kenya's embarrassed about them having to get the fuck up, raise up, and lay around and get the fuck out, they got the benediction. They had to hit on back. So, I think they got there around about 8:15, and they were going back home around about shit before they were going back to the hotel room by 9. So they ain't, the travel time and waiting for the table and then getting there and sitting down for a minute, walking through the thing, they wasn't even up in that motherfucker like 15, 30, 20 minutes. They put them the fuck out. And so getting back to the hotel, of course, y'all know when Kenya brings her daughter, although she brought a motherfucking nanny, she telling the nanny, I want you to share your location at all times, which I don't blame that bitch, because you got my only child, bitch. Because if you make any mistake and speak speck of spaghetti, bitch, I will fucking slit your throat. So yes, you need to go ahead and share your location and let me know where the fuck you at with my kid. And honestly, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. Stay your ass in this hotel room at all times when I'm not in your presence of you and my daughter. Don't take her no motherfucking well. How about that? Stay the fuck within the confines of this hotel room, bitch. That's what I pay you for. You ain't got to share your location, bitch, because I know your location. Better yet, do shit, because if that motherfucking dot move, bitch, somebody getting fired. You about to lose your job. Exactly. So, but Kenya, I told you, they set the scene for shit later on. I think she already knew they probably wasn't finna stay at that place that long, but she set the scene. She had to go back to the hotel room and attend to her daughter and all this shit. So the bitches went down to the door and it was bing, bang, banging. And nigga playing nigga knock at the door. Mainly Marlo leading the group. Everybody being motherfucking followers. Marlo banging on the door, beating on the door, and all this different shit. Now listen, I don't blame Kenya, bitch. I done paid for my hotel room. I tell you bitches I'm going to sleep, bitch. I'm going to bed. Respect my gangster, bitch. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to bed. Because me, I would have been that petty bitch. I'd let them hoes bing and bang all motherfucking night, or as long as they could have stayed sober and done it and go to their room. And by the time I think they went to their room, I'm going to do one thing to check and make sure my work is perfect, bitch. I'm going to call your room from my phone. And when you don't answer, I feel like you sleeping. I'm waiting about 3, 4 in the morning. By the time I think you just rolling over and getting into the good shit, I'm coming to your motherfucking room, bitch. And when I tell you I'm going to give you what you gave me at my door, 7 times 4, I'm going to give you that shit my brother gave us over there in Baton Rouge, bitch. Fuck that ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I'm going to beat this motherfucker down like the FBI. I don't give a fuck if you in there drunk. I don't give a fuck if you in there fucking. I don't give a fuck if you up in there just watching Netflix and chilling by your damn self, bitch. You can be reading a fucking copy of To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm finna to beat this motherfucker off the hinges, bitch. I want you to stop whatever you're doing and come to this motherfucking door and acknowledge me. And when you come to the door, I'll be like, Studio, our family guy. Hi. And walk the fuck off and go back to my room, bitch. And if you want, we can play tit for tat, but I promise you, I play to win. And I shall. That shit was very immature. And Sheree ignorant ass, her goose liver neck ass, she gonna sit up there and bang on the door and then jump back after the woman and said, y'all stop knocking on my door. My child is in here sleeping. Now, if you couldn't respect nothing else, which, see, Kenya always uses Brooklyn as a pawn. So she did try to bring her along and use it as an excuse for anything. But the bottom line is, somewhere along there, they cut off, y'all. But at the end of the day, somewhere in the situation, Kenya came to the door with nothing but her titties out. You know, she in there sleeping naked. I don't know if her and the nanny up in there fucking her with, because, bitch, unless the nanny got a separate room. Ain't nowhere in the world you got no business walking around there sleeping naked in the bed with the nanny, bitch. Now, maybe your baby, but not the nanny. So if you're getting some of that blue-eyed chocolate, some of that blue-eyed motherfucking snow bunny love beneath the scenes, because I see you in the snow bunnies this season, bitch. If you up in there dipping in the lady pond, just say so. We'll accept you over here in the LGBTQ community, FYMZQT, XY, something else, and all them other letters, bitch. But we won't take the attitude, though. You keep that to yourself. Keep that shit over there. But somewhere up in there, Kenya called the fuzz on Marlo ignorant ass and the girls, but mainly Marlo ignorant ass because they got into it. But they cut it off there, so I don't know what the fuck else is gonna happen until they come around here with episode 5, and see what the fuck's happening. So that's all I'm gonna talk about, because I ain't got shit else to talk about. Now I need to go in here and figure out what the fuck I'm gonna eat, because I think this chicken, somebody deboned this chicken up in here, so ain't nothing but left up in this bitch but bones. Left enough for the dog, so I had to figure it out later. And go in there and borrow some motherfucking turkey wings or make me a sausage sandwich or some shit and take my ugly ass to bed. Because I'm not listening. I'm not for being up all motherfucking night. Then I got to get these notes together for y'all ass too. Shit. I got to bring the gang. So with that being said, make sure, if this is your first video, please now hit the motherfucking subscribe button, cousin. And make sure to hit the like button. That's the thumbs up button. Make sure you share these videos with somebody, your other cousins, your coworkers, the only ones you cool with that ain't gonna be ratting shit out. Your friends, you know, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your friend, all that, whatever. I don't know what the fuck y'all into. I'm just saying, I don't know what y'all sexual proclivities are. I'm just saying. But share. Share with somebody. Share with somebody you know. Share with somebody you don't know. Share with somebody you like. Share with somebody you don't give no fucks about. Because the bottom line is, at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, that'll be the one thing y'all can have a conversation over. A good conversation, because y'all better not talk about me. Anyway, I love y'all dearly. Y'all love yourself always. Put yourself first. And make sure to keep your positive energy up at all times. This is the season for that shit. Well, every season is the season for it. You got to be your own cheerleader. Although I'm going to always be in your corner, as you all are in mine. But love on those who willing to love on you, and the same. Anybody got time for no laying yet? Handle your business. Handle your business. All right? All right, cousin. Love y'all. Until the next video. Get the fuck out of here and buy me some wieners or something. All right. Bye.